to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Nice to see on news this evening at WRN. And we'll start around the room with the chief. Any concerns?
Two issues I need to address with the trustees. First one is we have completed our township records retention inventory of everything that's been recorded from 1974 up to now. That's the forms that we'll need to fill out to the state, to the Historical Society. It basically tells how long we got to keep the stuff, what we can do with it, how we're going to do with it. That's your guys' copy to have.
These are just suggested.
Right. We got on the Attorney General's website, the state, and took from their recommendations.
So you have separated what you want to get rid of and what you want?
Right. Well, I'll have to create a list for you guys once you tell me I can go with that setup.
So you want to go under the police department listing on here?
Yeah,
we already have a...
Right, I included the road department, the trustees,
Well, we already have a...
and the fire department.
We already have one. We'll have to get a public records policy adopted, approved by the auditor of state and the...
Right, there's a form in there.
They'll have to approve the public records policy before you can do anything.
We have the forms that are in there that...
Well, he has to fill one out, right?
First, the policy has to be adopted. We have to get approval from the auditor's office for the police one. We have our policy.
Yes.
I have to get approval from the auditor's office and the Historical Society, and once that comes back, then you guys will have to adopt the policy. And then, at that point, we can start to destroy records. It probably won't happen this year, in all honesty, by the time those two departments get back to us.
Oh, no, Andy said it'd be... When we started, he said you're probably looking at a 2 to 3 year process.
Yeah, it'll be a while.
And we're already a year into it, so...
It'll be a while.
Now, the other thing I have is... This always makes Susan happy. Glock had contacted me last week. Our duty weapons that we carry are 15 years old. We bought them in 2000. Glock wants to buy them back, issue us the new Gen 4 Glocks for $75 a gun. They will come out to $675 to replace 9 of the Glocks.
Okay.
Now, with that said, I've obtained funds to pay for that $675. So it really won't cost us anything.
What kind of fun?
A check will be sent to the township.
As a donation?
Yes. And basically all I need is a PO number. It's going to take 4 to 6 weeks to drop ship from Glock down in Georgia. Time to get them sent, the request sent in, they process it in Columbus. We're looking at about 4 to 6 weeks. At $75 a gun, that's a no-brainer.
I would think so.
It's the first time they've done this, and they said that they didn't, if it was 1 gun or 100 guns, they were wanting to start buying these older ones back.
What do they do, refurbish?
I think they'll refurbish them and then resell them to the dealers and that as police trade-ins.
What goes bad? A night sight?
Well, the night sights on them only last anywhere from 15 to 20 years. And then they go out and there's no sight. It's just like looking at a regular
sight.
3 dots that's not lit up for nighttime or low light.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
You write a purchase order for that, Susan?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, That's all I have.
Anything else, Chief? That's it?
That's it.
Sir?
I said, excuse me, my name's Randall Howells, I live down Egypt Road, and giving each a copy of outline of what I'd like you to consider. We've got some problems down there with flash flooding, and over the last few years, several of the culverts have been changed or putting larger ones in.
Right.
This one right here is my driveway, still the original, and I think we've had about 3 over the street, floods already this summer. It's a mess. And
Were they down there a couple weeks ago and
they just
cleaned out the ditch or something?
it was about 2 or 3 hours effort, but it's just I had talked with the road department foreman last year one time, and he said there was supposed to be a contractor to consider digging out the approach and to the culvert, but nothing ever happened to that. I don't know anything else. It's just what he was saying. Somebody was thinking about doing something, but nothing ever happened.
I believe they were down there. I think they did Johnson's property down there
That was maybe a year ago.
about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
We had a contractor go down and do that.
Yeah. They put about a 4-foot culvert under the road at that time for over to his place. And then there's another creek north of my barn. Again, they put about a 4-foot culvert in there. And now that creek, there's been no problem with ever since. I think Dick's still got some other problems up there at his driveway.
He's getting a lot of water coming down through there.
Yeah.
Come up on the hill.
Then,
A lot of water running off where they took all those trees out.
yep.
So we were afraid of
Some of the logs washed down and jammed things up, and
afraid that was going to happen.
yeah,
Loggers were in there.
yeah.
Well, that's on the Johnson property.
Yeah.
That's why the water's coming away. It's
Right.
coming.
The second point, I just made some inquiry with Ohio Edison about getting a couple street lights on the, I got 2 driveways, one near the barn, one near the house, and they said have to present that to you folks. They won't just go on my say so. There's I'll say a growing concern of my part on security. And just a couple street lights out there, I think would make some improvement in that. Had a lot of traffic go down there, and it's like where my house and barn is. That's the only straightaway. It's about a quarter to half a mile. And there's speed limit signs are posted, but yeah, people just speed down through there pretty fast. And I want them to be able to see the car in the end of the drive when we're coming out. And brings up the third point, the signs. It's probably been about 6 or 8 years or more ago, there were some horse crossing signs north and south of the barn. The post is still there, but somebody's stolen them.
People keep stealing them.
I don't know if they can.
I know last year or the year before, didn't they come down there and put a couple signs up?
They put one sign up near my drive. It says like a children play.
Children at play or something like that.
Yeah.
So we didn't have any, at the time we didn't have any signs for...
The foreman, he just said, well, we'd have to special order that.
Right.
Well, I don't know. horses back and forth from the barnyard to the pastures every day, twice a day. More often when we do some riding. So.
The biggest problem is the kids or whoever, once we put them up, someone comes down and they steal them.
Yeah. I don't know if there's some kind of tamper-resistant
Yeah, whether we could Loctite them on there somehow, or
Loctite them, or even
There's
bulb them on. I don't know. They've come up with something there. And I'd like to thank the police department for patrolling the area. They do a terrific job. And I just want to, again, I came to a meeting maybe about 6 or 8 years ago once, and asked that the police not chase the partiers off. Just if they're underage, arrest them, have their parents come down and bail them out. And since then, I mean, that made an immediate improvement. And kids know that if they're going to be partying down at the bridge, our police are going to be taking care of them. So I just want to give them a little more encouragement and say they're doing a good job. Then there's always everywhere in the township, I'm sure you get litter along the roads, cans, bottles, trash, tires, and I just recently saw the county had some detainees, or whatever you want to call them, along, I think it was Route 11, and why can't we as a township get the county sheriff and the deputies to...
We do use those for people that have to do community service work.
Right.
We have used them mainly in the fall for our leaf pickup to help us, people to put them in the plastic bags so they can open them up, and we've done that. That's another thought. We might be able to use them for something like that.
You can never say when the people are going to be tossing tires out the back of their truck along the road, but
especially anymore, townships have had in the city of Salem, Perry Township, other townships have had tire pickups, so there's no really reason for people to be throwing their tires away.
I know, but
I know it happens.
It still happens.
Okay, we'll take this under advisement here and see what we can do with this pipe across the road. See what the workload is down at the maintenance garage.
Any comment about the street lights?
Street lights? That has to be a lighting district?
Yeah, you have to do a petition. How many people live down there? Just you and Dick Johnson?
There's a guy from Davy G. lives. There's 2 residences north of me and 3 south of me.
Okay. You have to do a petition with those people to see if they wanted to create a streetlight district. And if they do want a streetlight district, then you present the petition to us, and then we give it to Ohio Edison. But the streetlight, the cost of the streetlights and the cost of the lighting for the streetlights then gets put on your property tax bill.
Sure.
On everybody's, not just yours. It goes on to all the homeowners down there.
Right.
Okay, and the street lights, they're not that expensive. The poles that Ohio Edison donates for down there, but the street lights themselves, you have to pay for those. I don't know how much those are. The last street lighting district was residential, and they picked fancy lights, so it was totally different. But
So you'll have to pass a petition.
you would just have to pass a petition that says we would like to have street lights on the section of Egypt Road from here to here, and if over 50% of them say yes, and then we'll sign it, then just bring it back to us and we'll make it happen.
Okay. Is there any
Okay.
special form?
No, just get on your computer similar to this and just put we would like the Perry Township trustees to put a street lighting district on Egypt Road from blah to blah, and they need to sign it and print their name and put their address down there,
Okay.
and then just bring it back to us, or bring it to my office, either way.
Okay.
Okay.
And you'll talk about the signs with the street guys? Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Melissa?
Oh, I'm just here for the,
Okay. Under new business, we held a public hearing for the tax budget prior to this meeting. And we have Resolution 1521 to accept the 2016 tax budget as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Kendrick?
Yes.
Trustee Rudibaugh?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes. We have Resolution 1522 to accept the 2016 tax rates from the Columbiana County Budget Commission with corrections as noted on the form.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Rudibaugh?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Kendrick?
Yes.
Okay.
We have the June reports from the Fire Department, Police Department, and zoning report, Mr. Kennedy.
I just have the July report, which is five permits so far in the month of July. Mr. Klugen should have given you did he give you the report for June too? Thought he gave it to you at the last meeting.
I don't think so.
No?
Not in the minutes, at least.
I can look it up, see how many he did.
Okay. We have a request for survey work to Bert Dawson, the county engineer, to survey the maintenance parcels on Snyder and Depot Road.
So moved. Second.
Okay.
We need to sign those forms.
Yeah, you have to sign this one.
You want to just sign one form?
Just
Yeah,
sign
it's
one.
just, I have it, here's the original here.
Okay.
I have something for zoning too. We've had some calls on property on 246 Plymouth Place about the grass being high, and the bank finally called me today and told me that it would be taken care of. The house went to sheriff's sale, the bank bought it back, and the bank said they'll have it cut here in the near future.
Okay.
And another thing, Cunningham Road, August the 3rd and the 4th will be closed for culvert repair. And chip and seal program should start on Friday. Mostly all the roads that are being chip and sealed are out in the heights. That's if they're on schedule. It may not be till Monday or Tuesday, but I tried calling them today, but I didn't get a call back.
Okay. Mr. Kendrick, hiring of the new zoning officer to replace Dennis Lugan.
And we have three candidates. We had Melissa. I'm going to slaughter your last name. Jacobishan. And Jeffrey Hughes. And William Kaler. And after looking over the applications, I think the person that is most qualified with his 30 years experience in being a firefighter and his training and as being an inspector is Jeffrey Hughes.
I'll make a motion then that we accept Jeffrey Hughes as our new zoning officer.
Okay, I'll second it. Any,
Trustee Rudeboff?
Yes.
Trustee Kendrick?
Yes.
Trustee Mick?
yes. Any other new business to discuss at this time? Any old business to discuss? Approval of minutes and the financial statements of 6/22/15.
So moved.
Second.
Fiscal officers' announcements.
You're signing checks and ACHs for $17,661.05, and grassroots are not in your packets because I forgot them on my copier.
Okay, trustee comments, Mr. Rudolph.
I'd certainly like to thank the people that made application for zoning officer. We certainly appreciate that.
Mr.
That's
Kendall?
all I have.
No, I'd just like to thank the road crew and the safety forces. Had a busy weekend last couple of weeks with the cruises and the motorcycles and everything in town the last couple of weeks. And people getting the roads ready and everything for the chip and seal.
Okay, I have none. Nothing more to come before this meeting, we're adjourned.